Heads up 20 ups, it's Sunday and I am playing World Series Baseball 2002. Oh my god, he's throwing the slowest pitches I've ever seen. So this video will come to you in 4 parts. Part 1 will be a response to my question last week. Part 2 will be a response to the question this week. Part 3 will be a response to everyone. And Part 4 will be a question for everybody that we will discuss in private after I mention it here. Okay, don't swing, TJ. Do not swing. So I, much like Craig, was surprised with how varied the responses were. And to be honest, when I say what I'm going to say, please don't anybody take offense to it. The one I was most looking forward to was Lucy's, because she being a parent could really give me the answer that I was looking for. How does this work? The reason I believe that we hold on to those outdated versions is the same reason that Lucy said. It's because we want more time with the people that we love, and that we can never feel like we've had enough time with the people that we love. And we just, we cling on to what was once there. Even if it's wrong, even if our our thoughts are misguided. Oh, that is gone. Oh, wow. Part 2 is a response to this week's question. Hey, oh! I think that's how you do it. Slide. Oh, come on, he was safe! Part of the reason that I'm playing this game right now is because it has something to do with my favorite childhood memory. Mostly in the sense that I just played baseball when I was a kid. Um, so when I was between the ages of 6 and probably 14, I really loved playing baseball. I was never really good at baseball. I was an okay hitter, but I struck out a lot, and I was a terrible, terrible catcher. I was alright at first base, though. But for most of my playing career, I played catcher. So it was the last inning, 2 outs. Our team, about 3/4 of the way through the season, had only won 1 game. And we just wanted to be able to say that we weren't a one-win team, that we had at least matched our total from last year, which was 2. Oh my god, John Valentin, can you ever do anything more than strike out? So with me behind the plate, and us up by 1 run, I was just praying that I wouldn't let a ball go by me. And a ball always went by me. I wasn't a good catcher. So the pitcher we had at the plate wasn't that great. But he was the best pitcher that we had. So, of course, with 2 balls and 1 strike, I think was the count, he throws another pitch right off the plate. And it leads to the ball bouncing off my chest protector and straight into the air behind me. So I have to go chase after this ball because now the guy on third is starting to sprint home. Screw that up. Okay, so I sprint over and grab the bag, and I am terrible at that little, like, underhand flip to the person standing at home or standing at first. I've always been bad at that. I always throw it too short or too far. So I just sprint as fast as I can in all of my catcher gear. So I sprint around and dive past him, grazing his helmet. I hear the umpire go, "Show me the ball," show him the ball, and he yells out, "Game over," and I flipped. Our team just went insane. We were all like hugging each other, just having a grand old party. I got carried off the field. It was the most amazing moment of my life to this point. I just, every time somebody asks me what my favorite moment is in my life, that's it. That's my favorite. Oh my god. That's my favorite moment in my life. Going for the triple. What? Oh, Manny, you were a pain in the butt, but I love you. So part 3 is a response to everybody else's. Lucy, as somebody who is as much of a sports nerd as I am, to see what you were doing when you drew on the board To me, that just like that blew my mind. I was sitting there, and the entire time, it's weird to say this. I hope you don't take this as I saw you as him, but I was just picturing John Madden, like when John Madden just likes to circle everything on the board and point to stuff and say, this guy went here when it was quite obvious that this guy went here, and this is why this play fell apart. And the way you were pointing stuff out, like drawing people and putting arrows to them, and putting a box and putting a person inside of it, I just thought it was the most cool thing ever. I was geeking out. Get out! Get out! Nice! Woo! Rima, I'm sorry to hear that you're having some tooth trouble. I myself need to go to the dentist soon, but I don't go to the dentist all that often. Not as often as I should. Um, but I hope everything gets fixed soon. I hope that you feel better soon. Uh, about sharing our social network stuff, I'm gonna do that in the comment section. I mean, not in the comment section. I'm gonna do that in the description below. Craig, I wanted to respond to partially your childhood memory because when I was a kid, I had a very active imagination too, but not in the same way that you did. I mean, in that situation with you and Peanut, it's like you guys are Calvin and Hobbes. When I was growing up, I always was like I was literally such a sports nerd that I would pretend I was in like sports scenarios. It was always 2 outs, bottom of the ninth inning. You know, I have to hit the home run to win the game, and I always did. I always hit it. Um, and I was always the hero of the story. Oh, come on, he didn't even tag me. Come on, man, now I'm only up by 9 runs. Danielle, I just want to say this. I was very much the same way. I was a very average student uh, going to school. I really only put the effort into the classes that I really, really liked. So, like, every now and then, I would get a random class that I found interesting, but mostly it was just TV production and gym. My freshman year, I actually took 2 gym classes uh, for no real reason other than I didn't want to have a study because I felt unproductive. Um, oh, he's gonna throw me out. Oh wow, he's really gonna throw me out. What purpose did you ever serve on this team? Jins, I just wanted to point out that when it came to heads up 20 up, it sounds like all of us were pretty bad at that game. I know I was. I was just flat out terrible. Because I would get so anxious and I would just get so anxious and just like freak out if somebody touched me. And I was always trying to cheat. I was like trying to slide my head a little bit further back so that I could see the person's shoes, and then I would like stand up and try to glance at the people's shoes, but I couldn't see them with the desks, so it was completely pointless. Um, so yeah, I think we were all pretty bad at that game. Your pants user JD Few uh, contacted me and asked if he could be the Saturday collab partner. My first instinct was to say no because we'd already gotten to know each other, and I didn't want to ruin that by basically adding in another person at the last second. We'll talk about this more in private. I just wanted to bring it to everybody's attention all at once, as opposed to just individually contacting you guys. That's gonna be, if they call that a strike, I'm going to kill this umpire. That was clearly not a strike. So I'm just gonna hit a double to shut your face. Hope you don't mind, buddy. Jins, I will see you tomorrow. BAM! Boom! Yes, sit down, Kevin Eddie. I'm sickeningly good.